Howdy, everybody. Once again, coming to you from somewhere in the sun-setting middle of nowhere. Look at that. It's one cool thing about being in the South as we are. Get a really nice sunset almost every night. Ain't the same as the coast, but the coast ain't the same as this. So, anyways, what are we doing? We're going to do some of this. So, once again, we've been out with the I don't know what it's called anymore, the Shockwave. I'll explain this in a second. Aiming here. We got 1, 2, 3 there. I think it's like 3.5 inches. We're going to see if I try really hard. If I can't, 3 inches. Yeah, 2 3/4. Let's call it that. Well, it's 2 3/4. So I think that's one of the better groups I've gotten so far. Now I'm going to stick this piece of tape right here so I got something to actually look at. And I think I forgot my paint. I was going to paint this before I put that little sticker on there. I'll be fine. I'm going to do 3 more. And we're going to see what we can do. And we're going to talk about this for a second. I guess I'm running out of daylight though. So the first time I shot this air rifle was, frustrating. I shot it a bunch too, and I think the barrel was bent down. They let me trade it in. I brought it. I did another nice little video with it. Having trouble with it. But what I had discovered that night, because off camera, after I ended that video, I had to sling a few more. The stock fell off of it. So I got it in. I got the stock off. I looked at everything. Right here, somewhere, there's a hinge point where the barrel breaks. There's a screw. You can kind of see. I think it's right in here somewhere. It'll focus again. You can almost see the screw down in there. Well, it was loose. Or is it right up in here? And so, man, I tightened all the whatever screws on this thing there were. I tightened them up. I put the stock back on, extra nice and tight. I shot it again. It seemed to do a little better, as you would expect. But not that much. And then I went and got the better different pellets. I don't know if they're better or not. I went to the Wally World, and they have these Ruger pellets. They're 17 grain. And they also had these. They're 14 grain. We tried them. And a little Crossman pellets to go with a Crossman gun, they didn't do too good. You know, first I was shooting Daisy pellets, and every one of them pellets that I put into the action over here felt different. So that said a lot to me. Like maybe a lot of this accuracy could be on the pellets also, you know, so that I went and got more. These feel good going in too. There's nothing weird about these, but these are way better. And man, they look exactly like a Daisy pellet. However, after closer inspection, they really don't. I mean, I guess they're both pointed, and that's about that. But evidently, these, whoever makes Ruger pellets, I think maybe their quality controls may be better. I don't know. But I am getting the better groups with these. And I don't know if it's because of the weight, shape, or what's going on. I'm thinking it's weight. And so we're going to shoot 3 more down at our target. We're going to see what I can't do. If I can't improve on our 2 3/4 inches. Oh, man, I'm sorry. I forgot half the story. So after I got all these pellets and then I went back to shooting it again, I think it was yesterday. And I started to get better groups that started to fall apart. And so the scope had rattled loose and was now free to slide up and down. So we got the scope tightened down. We got all the screws in the gun all tightened up. I have not set anything to any kind of torque specification for nothing. I tried to snug everything up to where it didn't feel like it was going to break anything. So, our excuses are ending. Although I'm starting to think that maybe there's something that's weird about the lockup here. That'll be for later. And I think that a lot of that could be attributed to this. All this big heavy plastic on the end of that barrel. That may be a future project. So, well, we got all that out of the way. Let's shoot 3 more. A little target over here. And we'll go walk over there and we'll see what's going on. I really want to enjoy this. However, I can already tell that if it does turn into something I can enjoy, I will have to have a scope base that mounts to this dovetail that's got an 20 MOA built into it right off the bat. Unless I can find an adjustable one. So if anybody knows where to find that part, that would be a big help. But first I want to get this thing grouping before I spend money trying to shoot it any further. Let's see what happens here. Think we can remember where our other shots are? Or should I run over there and paint it real quick? It's getting dark. I think that one may have been a bullseye. Damn near. And see, that's where it gets me confused, because it'll get like 1 good shot off, maybe even 2, and then it'll just fall apart. 1 more, 2 more. bright, but not bad. The trigger pull. This thing has an adjustable trigger. I don't know what it adjusts. I think they call it a 2-stage trigger, and there's like a bunch of free play until you hit something. And then you got to creep that thing back almost half an inch before something happens, and there is nothing that lets you know when it's going to happen. So that's the trigger is adapting to adversity. Something weird happened. Alright, well, I'm a little lost. And I hope that's for a good reason. Let's go take a look. I'm a little lost. But I knew where the other ones were. And we can both go back together on that one and look. If we all get lost. So, I didn't bring my tape. Our first three was this, one over here. I thought I had one over here also. Because this is 2 of them. I know I didn't put 3 here because I saw 3 knock this paint off over here. But however, we got 2 right there within 1.25 inches. This one over here, man, opened it up pretty bad. Again, that's 3 inches. So, I don't know. I'd like to know what y'all think, though. Need to step up the pellet one more time. I mean, we went 3 grains higher from 14 to 17. Do they make a 20 grain pellet? Maybe I'll try looking for that. Because it's either that or my next option is to take a saw after it. Nibs knows about that one. He's already done it. He cut a big old hunk of plastic off of one of his so that he could put something good and real on it. And maybe I have a sneaky suspicion that this plastic on the end of this is just weighting the world down. And man, I'll deal with loud if I can have accurate. I don't care how quiet it is. If I can't do better than 3 inches. And if getting this off would fix it, that'd be a bargain. This thing's got a ridiculous kind of weird recoil. And I guess that's why all my screws are coming loose. It is not the scope. The scope ain't broke. I've already switched it from this back to something else. Used it. It was fine. Put it back on this, and the gun's doing whatever it does. So, does that need to go? Or do I just need another pellet? Y'all help me out with that one, man. Just sound off on whatever you want to say. Just put it down there in the comments. Try a different pellet, because I am getting better results. Better pellet I get, the better results I'm getting. Or a different, I've had better results with a different pellet. Is it better? And does Ruger make the high quality pellets? Probably, I don't know. I'm not going to say. But if y'all know of anything, a match grade pellet that'll change your entire world, I might try it if I can find them. So, yeah, tell me about it. You guys have a great night. Love you. See you soon. Night, y'all.